Welcome, everyone, to the Best Damn Podcast. I am your host, John Keane. As always, I would like to thank you guys for joining me. Ask that you please add, follow, and check us out, www.thebestdampodcast.tv. Follow me, Instagram, Best Damn Podcast, Twitter, The Real Best Damn, and wherever you're watching from, make sure to hit the like, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, share this link and get it out there. Make sure to subscribe and click the bell to get all the notifications. And consider joining the Best Damn fam. $33 a month, get access to our private and exclusive content, or you can book your own personal tarot reading. The links and the information is in the description box down below. As well as our donation links if you'd like to contribute to the channel or book your readings. Today we're going to be talking a little astrology. We have the end of October here, and we are just stepping out of the new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio, which was conjunct Venus. And this is a major theme when it comes to our lives, right? And Scorpio offers this opportunity for rebirth, for regeneration, for renewal. This is transformation. It's very transformative energy, and this eclipse energy could affect the next 6 months of our lives. This is happening in the lunar south node, which represents our karmic past, gives us this opportunity, like I said, for purging, to get rid of or get off of our chest, unprocessed grief, emotional trauma, right? Also, this is so we can create space for new beginnings. This is an opportunity for a lot of us to make course corrections when it comes to our destiny and just where we're headed in life. I feel like this is an energy that if it's not attacked, and I say attacked like in an offensive, and I wouldn't recommend doing moon rituals or anything like that around this time, if you do moon manifestation, eclipses are not the time to do that. More find yourself meditating, fasting, purging. That's something that would be a lot more helpful at this time. But this is to allow new beginnings to take place. So sometimes when we're, on the wrong path, things can come up in our lives to cause or create a course correction, right? To force us to make the changes that are necessary so we can grow, so we can evolve, right? So we can transform and become that make the metamorphosis, right? Into that beautiful butterfly out of the caterpillar that we all are spiritually. We're spiritually in the cocoon. We're at the end of this age and we're being birthed, right, into a new understanding, a new reality. And there's no shortcuts in the Aquarian age. There's no shortcuts. There doesn't appear to be any shortcuts right now when it comes to our relationships, when it comes to our money, career, everything within our lives. We are being forced to do it the right way. We're being forced to put in the hard work, to put in the effort. And if you give honest effort, honest work, honest energy with honest intentions, and you stay within your moral value, your moral compass, all of this eclipse energy is going to work out beautifully for you, right? But if we're not true to ourselves or true to others around us, we will feel or experience the karmic impact that will have on our life. So good or bad, this is a big time opportunity for using karmic energy for renewal and transformation within our lives. Now, also, we have Jupiter, which is coming back into Pisces, and this is fucking huge, man. The last time we've seen Jupiter go back and forth, April of this year, December of last year, right? We've seen Jupiter go back and forth from Pisces to Aries, and this has just been, now it's retrograde, right? So this is giving us that opportunity to come back and review things, right? To look at buried treasure, missed opportunities, right? And to essentially give us a chance to reinterpret or re-express how we view something. We can change our perspective on something, have a different way of looking at experiences from our past now that we got more wisdom, right, from said experiences. This is also a chance for everybody to make an incredible connection to their intuition. A lot more people could be having prophetic dreams, visions, things of that nature at this time because of Jupiter's energy, right? This this is where I feel like the collective and us as a whole, we have our intuition, it's heightened. Our spiritual aptitude will be heightened, deeper connected to the collective. And it's a lot for people to handle. I know the last time it was very, very intense energy. Every time Jupiter is going back and forth between Aries and Pisces. And when it comes back into Pisces, it's intense energy. It's really watery energy, dreamy energy, heavy spiritual emphasis, right? So, it's important to make sure we have all our ducks in a row. That way we don't get lost in the sauce, right? In such a powerful, potent spiritual energy. And I feel like that's what the Scorpio eclipse is offering us is, that opportunity of course correction before we go into this explosion of energy. Because we also have Mercury entering Scorpio as well, which is just going to, increase the prominence of Scorpio energy. Mercury will be joining Venus and the Sun. Now, this will open us up and make us more perceptive. We could also become more suspicious of other people, of things or situations that are going on around us. I feel like when we look at the media right now, a lot of people are incredibly skeptical about the things that they're seeing and hearing. And there's, and as we continue forward, which we'll talk about in a second, which Mars stationing retrograde in Gemini, there's like this sense of war, right? Or an energy that's really conducive to war. So there's a lot of deception, a lot of suspicion in the air also. This is, essentially, this is going to allow us to be more reserved in our beliefs or have more control over the way that we choose to react when it comes to our beliefs, to kind of hold steadfast and, move towards truth. We also have Mars stationing retrograde in Gemini, and this is giving us the opportunity to really look at our motivations and the things that are, fueling our actions and the choices that we're making and the way that we're communicating. This will also make us reconsider or take a look at where we're investing our life force, where we're putting our energy and our focus into, and what we're putting our energy and focus into. And it's going to force us to really take a look at that and examine what's working for us and what's not, and where we need to invest ourselves and where we do not. Like I said, this could be a time for war or a very warlike energy. I am going to pull a few cards, tarot cards for the collective. Pull a few tarot cards for the collective. Just kind of see where things are heading for us. Six of Swords. I feel like a lot of us right now, intuitively, that's what we're trying to do with our lives and ourselves, is to move away from the choppy waters, the old fear-based thinking. This eclipse energy has had a lot of fear energy within it, right? The Scorpio energy, it can be very fear-based or, based off of past trauma and experience. I feel like that's what we're moving away from. We're leaving the choppy waters of emotional trauma, of deception, of manipulation, of, relationships, situations, circumstances, people, places, things in our life that just do not serve us and that are toxic. We're moving away from that. We're learning the lessons we need to learn in order to grow and evolve and to shift and to move towards calmer waters, better communication. The Five of Swords, right? There's a deep divide, I feel like, within the collective. There are those that are still hanging on to the old paradigm, the old way of thinking. I mean, think about it. Some people are still stuck on, they still believe in the two-party political system, right? They still have faith in a left or a right or all of that, right? They're still buying into all of these things, and it's like they refuse to let go of these old religious systems, these old political systems, right? And they're trying to essentially stay within the confines of the box, right? It's like, it's like trying to take this the spiritual knowledge, to see that everything's changing, evolving, that we're growing past an age or a way of understanding that we once had, and that we're now ascending to a higher level consciously. And it's like people still want to take what they're learning and apply it into, our physical world, and try to cling on to this paradigm or find a easier way to kind of navigate the paradigm. It's almost like people are looking for a cheat code to win within the matrix, within the simulation, within the game, right? And I think in essence it's about seeing past the game, not playing the game anymore, whether it's politics, it's religion, right? The monetary system, whatever it is, it's not playing the game, right? But it's just being a unique individual expression of source. The Wheel of Fortune. The winds are changing. It's no more the nice guy finishes last. I don't believe that. I feel like we're in an energy right now. We're doing good, being moral, being honest, seeking truth, being bold, being courageous. This is going to be rewarded. Right? This is going to be rewarded. People's hard work is going to pay off. Right? That's what the energy really is right now. It's like if you put your energy into a relationship, your focus into a relationship, you try to create a healthy dynamic within a relationship, right? It's going to be healthy. It's going to thrive, right? Because you're putting in all the ingredients, right, to essentially to cook up, something that thrives. Same thing with work, career, spirituality, right? Like people can be extremely rich but have piss poor spirits. So it's like we're having to find a balance within our lives and really master every area of ourselves. And if we're finding wherever we're putting our energy, our time, our intent, and our focus into, that's what's prospering the most. The areas that are prospering the most. So we have this ability to kind of see all of our weaknesses right now, to be really perceptive, and especially, like I said, with Jupiter returning to Pisces, right, to be extra intuitive. This is offering us an opportunity to really see where it is we're coming up short or where we're lacking, and we can create, a sort of balance, even prosperity. Knight of Wands. I think this is just reminding us to live, to experience, to enjoy the experience, to release, right? To not get caught up in the storylines. Don't get caught up in the storylines, because these narratives are what pushes the manipulation of our energy forward, right? It's like this snowball. We see it through headlines. The media is always constantly trying to get this emotional tug of war going on, right? With the two-party paradigms and the different religious systems, right? It's always trying to tug on those heartstrings to get you excited over something. That way you will create conflict with the opposing polarity of that force, right? It's to get you to engage, because for every action there is a reaction. Right? So they are manipulating the energy by steering people into a certain way. And it's a reminder for us to not get caught up in these storylines, to allow ourselves to live, to experience, right? And to just, sometimes it's okay to just let things be. Right? We don't have to concern ourselves with every little detail of the narratives, every little statistic of what's taking place. Right? As long as we're focused in on the right things in life, we're making the most out of our moments. The Two of Cups, right? And I think this is a fucking heavy dynamic right now. Especially with Mars going retrograde in Gemini, right? And the Scorpio eclipse conjunct Venus, right? This is all about relationships and the give and take, the balance. It's like, what are you putting into your relationship? That's what you're getting back, right? So it's like, if you're not giving the energy, if you're not giving the time, if you're not giving the consideration, if you're not putting in the love, right, and being honest, there's no fucking half-assing it right now. People who have one toe in a relationship and one out will find that relationship failing, right? They will find it coming up short. They will, it's not going to last, right? It's going to end in heartbreak. But in order for us to be able to avoid the heartbreak right now, and I feel like we really can, is just by matching our experience, right? If we're getting a lot out of a relationship, then it's important to put a lot into that, right? To focus on what's working, not what's not. To focus on what makes us happy, what keeps us fulfilled, right? As long as we're putting our attention on the things that are beautiful, bountiful, and prosperous and abundant in our lives, we're going to continue to multiply and manifest abundance, right? And it's like about reciprocation, mutual love, mutual adoration, mutual respect. How are we treating one another, right? Are we treating our relationship like it's the love of our life? If we're not, then why the fuck are we expecting to meet the love of our life? Are we approaching relationships in general like we're, and I can't stand that where people are like, I want to meet my soulmate, my fucking twin flame, like whatever, right? They want to meet their other half. But the way they approach relationships is like, dude, shabby ass, dusty ass shit. It's like, you're expecting something fucking fantastic to manifest when you're basic as fuck in the way that you deal with relationships. It's like, that's not how it's going to work out, right? Like, it's like, what type of energy are you bringing to the table? And it's not always about the money you make or the job you do or whatever. But it's about that conscious intent, right? And the amount of focus we can put on something and the amount of energy we can pour into something and the right combinations of energy that we can pour into something is what we bring a value to each relationship, right? And, about holding on to the authenticity of ourselves too, because that's what attracts other people to us. Sometimes a lot of us can lose ourselves in relationships and stop doing the things that attracted the person to you in the first place, right? It's about being genuine, being authentic to who you truly are, right? 5 of Wands, right? Conflict. There's a lot of fucking conflict. I mean, it's election season, right? Like, this is, and trust me, there are people who benefit off of the conflict. You see the global geopolitical conflict as well, right? With the Ruskies and, China and just all types of countries right now are not on the greatest of terms, and there's a lot of talk of nuclear war, right? Like, this is, you see what's going on in Ukraine, like, this is a buildup, a lot of conflict right now in the air, and it's that conflict, I hate to say it, it's that conflict that actually forces us to rise to the fucking occasion sometimes. Whether it's, and war brings every reset, war happens, right? Because it's like, it's a total destruction or collapse of the old paradigm or system, right? Conflicting ideas going head to head, it's coming to a head, the great battle, and where the truth can emerge from this cloud of dust, after it's all revealed and brought out to the open, blows are exchanged, and then it's time for healing, right? Renewal. Rebirth, and that's where we're at, right? Scorpio energy brings that opportunity as well, wow, the 2 of Swords, it's like, fuck, man, are you seeing things with clarity? Because I feel like a lot of people right now can have their rose-colored glasses on, and it's not like, it's like, this is no time for that. It's no time to block your heart, right? And keep yourself secluded or isolated, which, a lot of this Jupiter and Pisces can bring a little bit of that. So we have to be careful of that as well. But it's not a time to block your heart. It's a time to open your heart, open your eyes, open yourself up to new understandings and new perceptions, and not cling on to old, outdated fucking belief systems, not cling on to jobs or occupations that don't fucking pay the bills, right? Or don't bring you the excitement and fulfillment that you need from a creative standpoint or aspect. This is not a time to be stuck in relationships that just kind of fucking lull on by, right? And don't bring you any true essence of purpose or sense of, destined connection, right? That doesn't bring that spark into your life and that excitement into your life, right? This is not a time for none of those things. This is a time to really get fucking serious with, like, how are we going to get the most or the full experience of things? And we're going to do that by going within, becoming the hermit, Hermes, right? The wisdom, the knowledge, going within and allowing our lantern, our light, right, to shine through the darkness and to guide us forward. And it's like, what are we going to gravitate towards? I feel like those who gravitate towards darkness right now, it's not going to play out too fucking well for you, right? Because there is like this balancing of energies that is here now. There's like this realignment, this rebalancing coming out of Libra season, right? This whole realignment, rebalancing. Jupiter back into Pisces, bringing almost like a sense of judgment. Mars retrograde in Gemini, right? That kind of anxious action, and it's with the war, the conflict, doing what needs to be done. And it's like we got to be the harsh judges of ourselves and be honest with ourselves in order to make the decisions, the choices we need to make to guide us forward on the path. And it's like there's no more fucking pretenders on the path at this point. It's like you're either all in or you're not, right? You're either committed to growth, evolving, new heightened conscious awareness and understanding, or you're not. And some people are fucking okay with being dumb. Some people are fucking okay with being ignorant, being oblivious, to not have an intuitive connection to themselves or anybody around them. Some people are okay with that. Some people are okay with having their cup half empty their entire lives and in every area of their life. Some people are okay with that, But some of us are not. And it's about seeing everything to see the fullness of life, right? And we can only do that through, our own lens, our own prism, and by cleaning, our mirror so the reflection into the world is clear, right? Brings clarity. Four of Pentacles, right? Like I said, a lot of fucking people, and I feel like there's a couple of reasons why, but some of us are just trying to hold within balance, right? We're trying to hold balance right now, trying to make sure that we're aligned, trying to make sure that we're in the best stable position for our growth, for our evolution, right? For our spiritual maturation. And then there are others who, like I said, are just clinging on to the paradigm. They're like holding on for fucking dear life. They're like, oh my God, like this new energy. And like I said, we're going to get a fucking punch in the face, from Jupiter going back into Pisces, Mars retrograde in Gemini, and then coming off of this eclipse energy from Scorpio conjunct Venus, right? We're going to get a punch in the face of energy, and it's going to force us to get fucking real. To get serious. That's what this is. This is like the harvest season, and this is, the reaping of the harvest, the collecting of the harvest. So it's time to pay what you weigh, right? Like no more smoking fucking hopium, lying to yourself about your reality, about your relationships, about the world around you, about who you are as an individual or what you believe or what you stand for, right? No more of that. No more self-deception. No more deceiving others. No more masks, right? It's like everybody's putting it on the scale right now, right? And they're seeing what they brought through and what they haven't, and what's not there is what's not there, right? You can only work with what you have, and people are learning how to work with what they have in order to make the most out of themselves, their lives, their opportunities, and create new opportunities. Strength, I love it. I love it. Strength. That's the outcome. That's what we're being shaped for. This could be a difficult couple of years, right? Astrologically, energetically, this could be a difficult couple of years coming up for us till about what? 2024, 2026, 2027, right? Astrologically, we got a lot of things coming up, man. So, it's about shaping and molding us to grow and evolve with the energy and to not be, and sometimes there has to be drastic, chaotic situations and realizations, and, we do have to, we get perspective on trauma and our scars and just our past, and it's like, This offers us the opportunity for things to no longer be fucking murky and foggy, to see it all with clarity, to see all the masks fall, the illusions fall, to harvest and to see what we've sown within our own personal life and in every area of our life, by where we put our focus, by where our intentions were and the way we were framing and shaping our energy, by the things that we were putting into all of these areas, right? Like that's what we're reaping now, and we're seeing like, fuck, I was putting some nasty toxic energy into this or that, right? And it's like, that's what you got back. That's what's returned to you, you know? And it's like seeing where those areas are, releasing them, right? And being reborn, right? Reborn, wiser, right? With more knowledge, with more discernment, with more awareness, just with more experience, to be able to be bold, to bring strength and confidence, right? That Leo, that lion energy, right? That Christos, that anointed energy forward with us into this new age, this new opportunity, this new awareness that we're all experiencing now, and that we will continue to experience. And for the next few years, this cycle winds down, and we jump into a new energetic shift, and it's like going where no man has gone before, right? Like we're having astrological alignments that nobody on the planet has experienced before, so we're living in a very fucking unique and exciting time, and that can be scary, and it can bring uncertainty, and it can bring doubt, but at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. It's like learning ourselves, learning our strengths, our weaknesses, learning what our purpose is in life, and setting goals, and reaching goals, and creating partnerships and relationships, and valuing them, and valuing the experience and the love and all the things that we're gathering from this. And it's like fucking applying it back, giving it back, sewing it back, the cycle of life, right? That's what it's all about at the end of the day. And what we're contributing to the cycle, we're going to receive back as well. So we can have a bountiful, abundant fucking life if we choose to. But we have to understand, like, there's no shortcuts to it. We got to put a bounty of abundance into life, into people, into our experiences, and make the most out of it. Release the fucking fear, release the fucking stress, release the doubt, right? And be confident in our abilities, confident in our knowledge, most importantly, confident in ourselves, and to really connect to the source, a higher power, right? And to be sure of that connection, right? To go everywhere we go with fucking certainty that we're blessed, that we're protected, right? That we know what we're doing, and that there is no wrong move in life, right? It was all written to happen how it happens, and everything happens exactly the way it's meant to, right? For your highest and best good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give us a thumbs up and hit that like, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Let me know if today's video resonated. Make sure to subscribe and click the bell for the notifications. Subscribe to our other channels too, Best Damn Podcast 2, JohnBoy513. Facebook, Best Damn Podcast. Instagram, Best Damn Podcast. Twitter, The Real Best Damn. Please donate, support. We're viewer-powered. PayPal, Venmo, Patreon, Cash App, or Facebook Messenger Pay. Join the Best Damn fam, $33 a month. Or you can join us over on Patreon for access to our private and exclusive content, extended readings, and so much more. Book your own personal tarot reading. The links in the description box below. You can also text 513-393-2396 or email therealbestdampodcast@gmail.com. I should have some interesting guests coming up too, guys. So I will be posting that very soon, as well as the tarot videos for all 12 signs for the month of November. And I'm probably going to be doing a live within the next day or so also, so be looking for that. All right, guys, I love you so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.